From Eyewitness News, this is the Tarbox Toyota Hyundai Friday Night Football Wrap.
Well, welcome to week 9 of the high school football season. The playoff picture is starting to come into focus. In Division 1, the race is on for the top spot, which brings us to a big matchup in Portsmouth. The Patriots coming off a big win over Hendricken, hosting Cranston East. Both teams with just one loss, a game behind first place LaSalle. This one an absolute classic. First quarter, Portsmouth in control. Bobby Chavis finds a streaking Matt Greenman. He outruns everybody, 90 yards for the score, 27-7. Patriots later in the quarter. Chavis finds Matthew Sewell in the corner of the end zone, putting the Patriots up 41-14. Feeling good at home, but just before the half, Cranston East able to grab some momentum. Alex Cravesi connects with Terry Thompson, 52-yard touchdown. They would rally all the way back, score the game-winning TD with just 3 minutes to go. The Bolts hold on to take the shootout, 51-47, the final score. So LaSalle's trying to stay alone on top. The Rams hosting Barrington. The Eagles sitting at 3-2 in league play, and they were flying early. Jacob Simons drops back, finds John Meehan, who somehow snatches it from a defender, setting up first and goal. And Simons would capitalize. He calls his own number and dives into the end zone. That would help give the Eagles a 14-7 lead, but the Ram offense exploded from there. Josh Morris jetting into the end zone. LaSalle remains undefeated in D1, 41-17 over Barrington. Tolman and Cranston West hoping to inch closer to the 500 mark. This is a good one at Cranston Stadium. Late in the fourth, game tied at 7. Tolman with one last gasp, pull out a trick play. Brandon Dunlop tosses it Justin Otis, who pitches it back to Bamar Sam for the big game. But on the next play, Dunlop looking to go long, under pressure, and sacked by Anthony St. Laurent. That forces overtime. Now Tolman would be on offense first. They go for it on fourth from the 2, but a mob of West defenders up to the challenge. The huge stop. The Falcons get the ball and a chance to end it. They on fourth down decide to go for the field goal and the win. Stefano Marzelli nails it. West wins a thriller, 10-7, the final. Wrapping up Division 1 action, South Kingstown and East Providence both eyeing their first league win. Second quarter, still no score. The Rebels looking to change that. The give to Garrett O'Dowd, the workhorse, plunging in from 5 yards out. SK takes a 7-0 lead. Townie's trying to respond, but backup QB John Costa loses the ball. Rebels would recover. EP defense having to step up, and they do. Mike Harrington sacked by Mark Whedon. EP edges SK, 17-14, the final score. Coming up next on the wrap, this week's Coach's Corner featuring John George, the coach of the undefeated East Greenwich Avengers. Hear what he has to say, plus a slew of D2 highlights on the way.
Hi, we're the Pilgrim Cheerleaders. Stick around for more Tarbox football wraps.
In Division 3, still 2 undefeated teams. East Greenwich plays tomorrow. Middletown at home against Narragansett tonight. First quarter, Gansett QB Colin McGill hands it off to Arthur Kershaw. Misdirection, good for the score. No point after, makes it 6-0. Next, Narragansett possession. McGill can't find the handle. Fumbling deep in his own territory. Islanders take advantage. Justin Seller feeds it to Randolph Butler. 15-yard TD. Islanders improved 8-0. 48-20, the final. And next week, Middletown will take on East Greenwich in what is sure to be a pretty big battle in Division 3. Joining us now is East Greenwich head coach John George. Coach, we appreciate you taking the time. I know you play till tomorrow, but thanks for coming in and talking to us.
Thank you, Eric. Glad to be here.
Yeah, no problem. And let's talk a little bit about your squad, undefeated going into tomorrow's game. I believe, doing my research, your program hasn't made the playoffs since 2007. I know you weren't the coach then, but is it kind of nice to see a little resurgence in the program?
It is nice to see that. The kids are playing well. The school's excited about it, and it's nice to see. Like I said, we've been down for a couple of years, and you know, we were just young, I think, the last couple of years, and our kids grew up a lot, and they took their lumps. So it's starting to pay off this year, and it's nice to see.
And how satisfying is it? I know you have a pretty extensive coaching background. You took some time off and then got back into it. But how satisfying is it for you to finally see some rewards for all the hard work you've been putting in the last 3 years?
It is. It's really nice to see. It's fun to win. But I tell my guys that I was really proud of them last year for not quitting and not giving up. And we got better as the year went on. And And I think this year's success was kind of born out of what we went through last year, and so I'm really proud of them for that. But it's definitely nice to win. I'm a lot nicer to be around after a win.
As far as Division III is concerned, East Greenwich, obviously the program very familiar with that division. We don't get a lot of the Friday night highlights. It seems like it's a lot of Saturday games for that division, but just talk a little bit about the competitive nature top to bottom in the division year in and year out.
It's pretty comparable, and we're all fairly small schools, so it it comes in with the tide a little bit. You have a good year, and then you graduate a big class, and you have a down year, and that's kind of how it goes with all of us. But we're all in the same boat together. We're all small schools, and we don't have a ton of kids out there, and everybody's got holes on their team. You just got to do your best to try to fill them.
Let's go back to yourself personally just a little bit. I mentioned you took some time off. Was it about 10 years of coaching you took off?
About 8 years. I took 8 years off when my kids were young, and I coached them in youth hockey and lacrosse and things like that.
And for people out there that may not know your background, you played football at Brown, you told me, right?
I did. I played at Brown, and then I coached at Moses Brown for 4 years with Jerry Zioli for 3 years, and I was the head coach for 1. And then in '94, when Mark Whipple got the head job at Brown, I went over and coached the receivers and the tight ends for 3 years, 4 years with Mark Whipple, and then when Phil Estes took over, 2 years with Phil as a head coach.
So you've seen a lot of maybe even the growth or just the changes and everything in the state of Rhode Island in football. Have you seen the competition and the athletes and everything kind of get more organized and better? Are we in a good spot here right now?
Absolutely, I think so. I think we have a lot of good kids playing football here in Rhode Island, and a lot of good coaching throughout the state. And I think it's terrific. I think at the college ranks, Phil has done a terrific job at Brown, and I think that's great. Bryant has emerged in the last 10 years, and Salve's having a great year, and it's really nice to see. So I think at the college ranks it's been great, and I think, like I said, the high school football in the state has really come a long way with some kids going on to play at the next level, and just throughout all the divisions, I think the level of play has come up quite a bit.
Well, you guys are certainly having a great year, and like I said, once again, we appreciate you coming in and talking to us, and good luck tomorrow and the rest of the way.
Thank you, Eric.
All right, once again, head coach John George of East Greenwich. Let's throw it over to Sarah with more highlights. Sarah.
All right, thanks, Eric. After an early season slip-up, Cumberland has used a stingy defense and some timely scoring to win 6 straight. They enter the night with a 2-game lead in the Division IIB standings. Cumberland hosting Shea, who is coming off a big win against Tiverton. No score in the first. Raiders on the move. Dennis Lloyd takes the handoff down the sideline. Knocked out at the 15 here for the 25 yards. Clippers D strong as they would hold Shea to a Boubacar Lemon 31-yard field goal, but Cumberland comes right back on the next drive. Eric Travers takes the pitch and finds the hole down the sideline, 36 yards for the score and the lead. Clippers would not look back, shutting down the Raiders 28-9, the final. St. Ray's trying to get back above 500, playing at 2-5 North Kingstown. Go right to the second half. Saints with a 28-6 lead, looking to add on. They give it to Charlie Correa, who swarmed under. Ball is stripped. NK's James Chamberlain recovers, not able to turn it into points later in the game. Saints with the ball again. Alfred Dorbor takes the handoff, bounces it outside. 25-yard touchdown run. Saints go on to win it 35-13. And Pilgrim hungry for win number 1, playing host to Rogers. Vikings wasting no time on their first possession. Karam Bostic drops back and fires it to Kareem Cooper for the 40-yard score. Rogers up 7-0 after the point. Pilgrim back on O, trying to get something going when this bomb is picked off by Liam Lees, which sets up this run by Kareem Cooper, who bounces it outside, turns upfield, cuts across the middle, and shakes off the tackler, and he is off to the races, folks. Tigers go on to win 40-13. And just one Friday night matchup in Division IV. It happens to be the top team, Mount Pleasant. The Kilties have rattled off 83 points in their past 2 games alone. Mount Pleasant coming off 2 high-scoring wins, but expecting a tough battle with Exeter West Greenwich, and the visitors go on the board first, but that only fired up the home team. Anthony Townsend goes up top, and he finds Joseph Putu. Joe out leaping the defender. Then Townsend finds Joel Royster in the flat, and Joel does the rest. He blows by 2 defenders and is off to the races, 76 yards for the score. Kilties stay perfect. They knock off EWG 49-14. The final, and that was actually the Scarlet Knights that knocked them off. All right, remember to go to WPRI.com to see everything you saw tonight, plus extended highlights and scores from across the region. Eric, let's send it back to you.
Thank you, Sarah. Coming up when the football wrap continues, we'll step over the border, a must-win situation in North Attleboro. We'll wrap things up with Massachusetts highlights after this. The playoffs are also fast approaching in Massachusetts. For North Attleboro, things are getting a little tight. The Big Red find themselves at 1-1 in league play, needing a win to keep pace in the Kelly Rex division. North Attleboro the tough task of taking on Mansfield. The Hornets riding a 3-game win streak and are in the top 20 of the ESPN Boston rankings. NA leading 7-0 until Robert Raposa, the tough Hornets running back, takes the handoff and powers in from 2 yards out. Game tied at 7. Big Red come right back in the ensuing drive. Ryan Perrin scrambling, decides to tuck and run it, eluding Hornets defenders on his way in for 6. North Attleboro with a huge win, topping Mansfield at home 36-21. Well, Attleboro also at home tonight. They won 4 straight to start the year, but after having lost their last 3, hosting 6-1 King Philip. The Warriors leading 14-0 in the third and adding John Dillon, finding an open Sam McDonald all the way down to the 2. On the next play, Joseph Johnston takes the handoff and stretches it into the end zone. King Philip extending their lead to 21-0 to the 4th. Blue Bombardiers showing some life. Tim Walsh jumps it off to Luke Morrison, shakes a tackle, and he's gone 50 yards to the house. But the Warriors would be too strong in this one. Johnston again rolling into the end zone. KP the convincing victory, 35-7. The next stop is Fall River. Somerset Berkeley looking to stay undefeated, taking on winless Durfee. Halloween celebrations already on display. Raiders up 14-6. Looking for some insurance just before halftime. Garrett Carlos coming right into your living room. Close encounter, but stays in bounds, 40 yards, 21-6 at the break. They add on in the second half. Mikey Garrett, the 45-yard touchdown. Somerset rolls to victory, 34-6, the final score. Dighton Rehoboth was undefeated before getting shut out last week, hosting New Bedford. They were up late in this one and looking to seal it, so they dial up a little trickeration. The fake punt on 4th down, and the big man, Riley McDonald, lots of open field, eventually getting dragged down, but that would seal the deal. Falcons improved to 6-1 with the 21-7 win over Vote. Well, we're out of time for tonight. Remember to check out WPRI.com to see everything you just saw, extended highlights and scores from throughout the region. Thank you for joining us for the Tarbox Friday Night Football Wrap. Have a great weekend, everybody.